everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We're at the shop today. It's at a shop, just not my shop. We are at what would be called the world headquarters of Earl Racing and Earl Engines. A friend of mine, he and his dad are big time Ford fanatics. His dad passed away several years ago, but his dad Clarence was renowned in our area for being a Ford mechanic. The man could build a 9-inch Ford that you could not explode. He's a legendary race car builder and chassis man for Fords his entire life, and those two guys are major influences for me getting involved in racing, go-karts at first and then cars. Joe, as you'll meet in this video, he has behind the scenes been working on a motor for me. That's one of the things that has been a lot of work that we've been doing off camera. Haven't really talked a lot about it. I really wanted Joe's dad, Clarence, to build me a 429, but Clarence passed away before we could ever get that done. And we've got an opportunity to put a Cleveland 351 together, which Joe's been working on. I've not shot any footage on the put together of that motor, if you will, just because of time and scheduling. And quite frankly, Joe's done some stuff to this motor that he also does to his race cars. And if you see one of the older chassis sitting here behind me, he really don't want some of this stuff to get out because he is a current racer here in our area, running the Dirt Track Vintage Series. And hopefully in 24 you'll get to see a lot more footage that I'll be able to bring you guys as part of my channel. But again, what we're going to do today is the motor that he's been working on for me. We're going to set it down into his race car. We're hung a new body on it, and we're going to use my motor as the weight, if you will, to get his chassis and get his body components and everything lined up, and obviously cut out because they use a 14-inch wide tire in the vintage division that Joe races in. So we've got to get those body panels and everything cut and everything set in place, obviously before it goes to paint. So we're going to use my motor. The twofold thing here is we're also going to fire the motor up first time it's been fired. It's already broken in because what this motor is actually it's a whole bunch of parts that's been accumulated together. The cam won't need to be broke in. Rods, bearings, it's basically just a bunch of extra parts if you get right down to it. But everything matches up well enough that we can put it together, from the crank, the rods, lifters, all of that type stuff, everything, the push rods, everything works well together. So we basically built me quite a bit of a hot rod motor. I have no idea at this point what I'm going to put it in. Obviously a future project for the channel. I'm not going to put it in my red truck because the motor transmission's in there is kind of sentimental value there. So I'm really leaning towards doing one of two things. Maybe you guys can give me some input. I'm thinking very hard about getting an F100 and just building a street race truck, if you will, or thinking also about possibly getting a Craftsman Truck Series chassis, race chassis, and building a truck around that, but also making it street legal. I don't know if you guys have caught on, but a lot of those guys are doing that type of stuff now. They're taking the former NASCAR racing chassis or race chassis of any type and turning them into street cars. Really a neat concept. It's a very neat hot rod. If you see one, it'll catch your eye, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. So don't know exactly which way I'm going to go with it, but nonetheless, this afternoon we're going to drop my motor into his car, use it as a setup, and then we're going to fire it up at some point because I've never heard this motor run. Joe's got about 5 different motors that he runs in his cars and rebuilds and modifies and does things too during the course of the season, but this particular motor I've never heard run. And the noise that you hear in the background, we've got some relocation of power poles and stuff going on here at his place. But anyway, hopefully that's not too much of an interference to our video. But I appreciate you guys being along today, spending a little bit of time with me. Although we're not at my shop, we are certainly going to be in the shop turning wrenches today. So hit like and subscribe if you see something you like here. Share the videos. But more importantly, guys, I so appreciate very much the time that you spend in my channel. And again, let's walk inside and see what we can come up with. All right, I'm not exactly sure where the last section of the video left off, but the motor's down in the car, as you probably saw. But at the last attempt at this thing a week or so back, we killed the starter. Just starter was weak at the beginning of the video, just didn't survive. So we're going to finish up today, fire the motor up. You guys will get to hear it, and then sometime at a later date, I doubt it'll be this afternoon, we're going to pull this back out, and it'll be headed to my shop, the new shop, by the way, because we are gradually moving in there. But more importantly, since the first part of this video was shot, I had stated in there I really did not know what I was going to do with this motor. It was just a great opportunity to put it together. Since that time, there has been a massive change. 2 acquisitions for the shop. That's all I'm going to say about that at this time, so you'll have to stay tuned. But the home for this motor will be identified or shown to you folks in a later video. That video will be involved just a neat acquisition of what we can come up with. I'll also get to probably formally introduce you to Randy, my cohort in crime, one of my best friends, probably one of the best overall mechanics that I've ever met. So you guys will formally get to meet him as we go through this next project and get those acquisitions, if you will, brought home. So thank you for being here. Hit like and subscribe. I know over the last week and a half, 10 days or so, we have picked up about 50 new subscribers. Thank you guys for joining the party. I appreciate you being here. For those guys that have been here since the beginning, thank you as well. Would not be doing this and cannot do this without the support of the subscribers. There's a lot of people watching the videos and they're not subscribing. Guys, hit that button. Remember, subscriptions are free for the rest of the month. Hope you caught that. But nonetheless, hit like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys being here. I certainly enjoy bringing you content. So let's get busy on this motor and make some noise.
Come on, baby. Ain't no gas. All right.
Need some far this time.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Got to prime the pump.
Well, I don't know that if it had enough fuel or didn't have enough fuel in it.
Well, I put some in it back there a little bit. Enough to make it make a racket. Thing seemed to be thirsty, don't it? Shit, I need a milk crate stand over here.
Tell me about it.
What was that? We ready?
Yeah.